the first thing that you're going to need to follow along with this is to grab the PDF pattern. You can get that at carlyporter.com. So as you can see, there are lots of different ways that you can customize your own quilted backpack. And I'm so excited to jump into 3 different backpacks that we are going to go through all the customizations. So let's jump into the next part. Okay. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Little pocket, another little pocket. All right, so we have our Baby Got backpack, our Thicc Boi, and our Big Gorl Bortha front panels with the back panels included. So the next step in our bag making journey is we should clean up. We have these 3 pieces, yes, 3 pieces to put together. And this is like the crowning event of making the bags. It's like the whole pattern is just prepping everything to make a bag. And now we're actually going to make the bag and put it together. So before we do that, I'm going to try to get my wits about me a little bit, because I have a feeling that if I just sew the pieces together and I flip the bags inside out or right side out, and then I look at them, I'm happy, I love them, and I go on my merry way, and then I leave tomorrow, Carly, a huge mess to clean up, and I can't do that. So I'm going to use finishing these bags as a reward for cleaning up. Now that I don't need any of my ribbons anymore or any of my extra zipper pulls that I have, my lace, I have all the parts assembled. So I'm gonna clean up. So cue time-lapse clown speed music here. Okay. All right, I was cleaning up, and you guys might have remembered these cute little things that we talked about putting on this backpack on the front panel, right? I almost forgot. So I still definitely want these on here. So I'm gonna tack them on really quick where I want them to go. And I think I want it to be, let's see, back panel, front panel, our gusset. I think I want to put them right here and right here, but flopping this way. So that means if I want them to flop outward, right, I have to lay them down and then flip them over. And I'm just gonna tack them down with 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So again, if I want it to flip this way, then I'll tack it that way. And this one, I want it to flip that way. So I'll tack it that way. And just enough to tack it down. Perfect. Okay, now I got my cute little tags that will stick out on the side. Okay, this is the best part. This is the best part. All right, so I have my front panel and my front panel and my front panel, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, remember those markings that we put on our gusset in the middle? We are going to flip our gusset inside out, like so. Be mindful of which gusset is the front and the back. So for instance, with my Big Gorl Bortha bag, I need to decide if I want the pleats to be towards the front of the bag or the back. And I think I want it on the front. So I'm just going to be mindful of that. So I'm going to flip this inside out, and then the side that has the pleats is going to go towards my front. Okay. And then here's my little gusset. These are so freaking cute. Come on, get real. Oh, so cute. These bags are gonna be so good. Okay, so there's my gusset for that one. And then I have my gusset. Okay, so with this one, remember how I have this cute little thing? So if I'm wearing my backpack and I want that to be towards the outside, I'm gonna do it like that. So my little tag is this way, which means I need to fold this inside out like so, and then my little tag will go closer to the front. Okay, so let's start with the mini backpack for this part. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay this down, I'm gonna find my center marking on my front panel, and then I'm going to find my center marking on my gusset, and I'm going to line those bad boys up. Okay, now at this point, one thing that is helpful are clips or pins or, clips or pins. So I have these like binder clips. So you can do a binder clip, or you can do these little, oh my gosh, where are they? They're normally all in here. I took them out for something. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Those little binder clips, right? So you can use those. You can use, or binding clips is what I meant. You can use binding clips or binder clips, or you can use pins, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I am going to start by laying this down and also just kind of eyeballing and just verifying that I'm centered. So I have about, I don't know, 3 inches on this side and 3 inches on that side. So things look good and centered here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide my binder clip to this top corner, and I'm gonna start in the middle, sewing a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And this is very similar to when you're attaching binding to a quilt, where you get a 1/4 inch from the edge and then you fold it up and down and you get a 90-degree angle like this, okay? So I like my bags to be very boxy and square with those nice sharp corners, and this is how we get those. If you wanted to curve your panels and wrap this around, you could, but I like my stuff really square, so that's why I wrote the pattern that way. Let's go ahead and stitch this with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and when I get a 1/4 inch away from the edge, I'm going to stop and backtrack, and then I'm going to fold it up and down like so to get a 45-degree line, okay? So there is a diagram in your pattern that shows this really clearly and nicely. All right, so I'm gonna actually set my machine's seam allowance to a 1/4 inch because this seam allowance matters. We want to make sure that we are beyond the 1/8 of an inch seam allowance that we tacked everything down with, so that everything will be tacked in inside of our 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right, so this is the part where things can get tricky with the thickness of your pre-quilted fabrics. So this is, out of everything that we've done so far, this is the trickiest part, but it's the means to an end to get our backpack. Okay, so at a 1/4 inch from the edge, from this edge, I am stopping. Okay, so you can see that there. Now I'm gonna fold this up like so, okay, like that, and then fold this down like that. So this is what you should be seeing. See that? And see how my fabric, okay, so one thing we want to be so mindful of is making sure we catch all of our fabrics, because what you don't want is to turn your backpack right side out and have a little hole where your batting is popping through because you didn't give it enough, okay? All right, so now we're gonna stitch all the way from the edge. This part's tricky, so just be gentle with your machine and take your time. But we do want to back stitch off this edge. And then continue. Okay, so my tags are right here. So I am going to back stitch over my tags as well. So again, we got to be a little bit gentle here. With these extra layers, we're going to go through quite a few spots that have extra layers of fabric. So we just got to be gentle and take our time. Especially right here. See, I've got a lot of stuff going on. And if I can backstitch, that is good. Even though we are going to zigzag stitch as well. Okay, so we're going to have multiple points of stability when assembling our layers. Okay, and I've got some ribbon coming in here, so I'm going to just do a little extra there. Okay, and now I'm getting close to my corner, so I'm going to stop a 1/4 inch away from my edge. And I can feel it with my finger as well as see it over here. Okay. So now again, I'm going to fold this into a 45° and up like that. Okay, and see how that line is lining up now. And now from the edge of the fabric, so if I start in the fabric, I'm just going to also backstitch off the edge. Okay, and then as the gusset gets tighter, this part gets a little bit trickier, but if you can just pull it so that it goes all the way straight, and then just stop a 1/4 inch from the edge, and give yourself a good back stitch on that 1/4 inch mark. Okay, and then we can fold this up like that. Now I can take my binder clip off. Okay, fold that up. And make sure we are catching all of our layers, especially our front outer fabric, because that's the most important part, is making sure that the outside of the bag looks perfect. Here, let's be a little bit gentle but also firm with our back stitching. Okay, now this last corner is always the trickiest one because we have to really kind of pull. Okay, so before I get to that corner, all right, so I have found that my gusset is just a little short. Notice how it's kind of cutting off that corner. It's not a huge deal. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give myself a little bit more slack by cutting where I previously sewed already. And I'm going to do a little bit of stretching and pulling. And so this top edge where I actually started sewing will be the edge that I finish. And I'm just going to cut my stitches until not quite the corner, but like an inch away from the corner, okay? And as I keep going on this corner, I'm gonna pull my gusset so that I can kind of stretch it to get it to that corner. And then when I get the final one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of tug and kind of stretch them into place together. So again, like I said, this is the trickiest part, but it's a means to an end to get yourself an awesome, freaking cute, handmade quilted backpack. So I'm really pulling on my top, my gusset piece, and really kind of stretching it to give me some more of that slack. Okay, and now we are on this final edge. All right, so it's looking a little bit easier now. So now I've got a little bit of extra and a little short here, but I'm just gonna do my best to stretch those layers. And if you need to pin at this point, that's totally fine and good to do to give you some of that extra slack to work with. Okay, a little tricky, a little tight right there. That's okay. Now, before we do our zigzag stitch, it's important to just check our corners and make sure that things look good. So what I'm gonna do is just get a finger in there and I'm gonna look at each of my little corner areas and make sure that my top fabric, my actual cute stuff, is all caught in the corners and that there's no batting peeking through. Okay, and that looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it back inside out, and now I'm gonna do my zigzag stitch around that same edge. Okay, now when I'm doing my zigzag stitch at the corner, I don't have to be as militant about the square edges. I just need to catch all of the fabric pieces in that corner, because our zigzag stitch is between our main stitch and our edge, and we're just kind of finishing our edges with this zigzag stitch. It's not as big a deal to be like a perfect right angle, because this stitch is not actually contributing to that straight line the way our straight line stitch is. Now I don't bind my inner stuff, mostly just because I don't want to, but also a little bit because I don't know the best way. And so if you want to bind your inner edges, more power to you, 100%. But personally, I don't want to ever do that, or I haven't wanted to yet. So to each their own, and whatever works for you is obviously the best choice. Okay. All right, so we got one panel down and one to go. So what I'm gonna do now is, again, I am going to find my center marking in the back top of my panel. Now, if you want to hook your straps together to just help them kind of stay out of the way a little bit, you can totally do that. Okay, so here's my panel, here's the inside of my bag. I'm gonna put those together, and then I'm going to line up those center markings like so. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna clip this in the middle like that. Okay, now I have found that it's easier to have your panel downward like this when you're sewing, instead of trying to do it like this just because there's extra bulk. So if you can put your panel downward and start like right by your corner, then I find that that's easier, because you can kind of smush things down sideways while you're stitching. So, okay, so I've got this clipped into place. So let's go ahead and do the same straight stitch with a 1/4 inch seam. So we're going to stop again 1/4 inch from the edge. Okay. Okay, so before we do our zigzag stitch here, I'm gonna open up this main zipper and just pop these corners open again and verify that they have caught all the fabric. Oh, I got a little alfalfa in there. You see that? Let me trim that. Okay, and then same with these bottom pockets. These ones are a little trickier to check. But, okay, that one looks good. And let's see, this guy looks good too. All right, so one more trip around the world with a zigzag stitch along that same path that we just took. And then we can turn it inside out after we stitch the other two. That's our reward for getting these done. So let's do our zigzag. Okay, our little baby backpack is done. Just gotta flip it, but we got 2 more bags to put together. So let's see how fast I can do these. So here's a little trick that you can do to help you with those curves. If you just give yourself a few little itsy bitsy notches, that can help that fabric to turn and not be so stressed out in the process. So you can still curve your 45-degree angle. So here's a little trick that you can do to help you with those curves. If you just give yourself a few little itsy bitsy notches, that can help that fabric to turn and not be so stressed out in the process. So you can still curve your 45-degree angle and get that lined up. Oh, better move the zipper out of the way. right, so we got our gusset sewn on. Again, let's check our corners. This is always the scariest part because if they don't look good or have caught well, then it's so sad later on. Okay, like this one is seeming a little bit like it didn't quite catch it. So I'm gonna just do a little more in this area, just like a little bit bigger seam allowance, and see if I can catch a little bit more in there before I do my zigzag. Okay, that looks better. And let's check this corner. That looks good. And this corner, looking good. And this corner. Okay, so now I just gotta zigzag it up. All right. Thicc Boi down. Now for the Big Gorl Bortha. Coming in clutch. That Big Gorl Bortha. All right, we got this. We got this. We can do this. Especially you can do this because you're probably only making one backpack at a time, like a normal human. I'm a normal, logical person making normal, logical decisions. Making one backpack at a time. But also, like, be so for real. How freaking cute is this? I really like this one. It's very cute. Okay, so let's do this one more time. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, all right. Did I just switch songs? Okay, so now I'm gonna get this guy. My marking got covered up by my lace. There you are, little marking. And there you are, little marking. Does that look right to us? I think so. I'm gonna have to be real careful with these lace corners as well. Okay, so let's get this clip put in place. I'm almost wondering if I should trim this lace. I'm gonna. I hope this isn't a big giant mistake that I make on camera, but I can't see the actual edge and the lace. So I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. We're literally currently doing the thing. And I hope I don't regret it. So I'll just hurry and get this sewn together so that if that lace starts falling apart, hopefully I can get that zigzag stitch there in time. Oh, I just cut through that zipper too. I should probably singe that biatch. Stay in place. Just stay. I wonder what the lace would do. Okay, no need to go around singeing that, but I did get the zipper locked down. Okay, let's trim the other edges of this as well. Ugh. Oh, snap. Did I just do something I'm gonna regret? Ooh. Okay, I cut the lace a little bit. Okay, but here's the thing. We started out as friends, and it was cool, but it feels like pretend. Okay, what I need to do is I need to pin that lace to go down so that it doesn't get stuck in any of the seams. I'm going to tape it. That's what I'm going to do. I don't need to pin it and add pins in there and worry about running over pins. I'm just going to tape it, and then I'm going to untape it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that. Where is my tape? My tape is, oh, there it is. Okay. Got my clear tape. All right, so I'm just going to tape these. They need to be at a diagonal because I don't want them to hook on this side or this side. So I'm just going to tape them in the middle like that. And if I sew over the tape, that's honestly not a huge deal. But I don't want to. Okay, I think I made that worse that time. Okay. Well, let's tape this one. I have to kind of roll it up and then tape it. All right. Can you tell yet that I'm an imposter? my gosh. Whatever. Whatever. This backpack will be so beautiful. And if anyone points out the little issues, rude first, and second, rude. Okay. Oh, that tape is not cutting it. Let's just hurry and get this down. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so I have my front backpack panel and my gusset. So, all right, so now let's shut that. All right, so we're gonna find, I have my cute little ruffles and my center marking line and my center marking line here. So I'm going to clip this down right there. Okay, now I'm going to start in this corner and sew around these edges. Wish me luck. Good luck. Thank you. All right, let's see how my machine enjoys the soft and stable batting and a couple layers of cork. Okay, it's feeling kind of buttery, pretty smooth. All right, we got to get to that 1/4 inch edge. Okay, we're just doing it. Something is catching on something. Oh, I feel it. There we go. Now I found doing a little clippy clip right here was helpful with that corner. We just got to make sure we don't do that clip too far. Okay, so this soft and stable is the bomb. Let me just say that much right now. Or in the words of Gordon Ramsay, let's just get that straight right now. My machine is like, whatever, I got this. Yeah, I like the stiffness of it. Oh. And my cork is catching on this thing. And, okay, so taping down my lace didn't do shiz. So when I get to that corner, I'm just gonna clip the lace. Okay, oh, you can't quite see it yet, right here. I'm just gonna cut this. And trim it after and singe the corners. Oh, wait, I should probably... I don't know, I guess just stuff it that way. Like I said, never done lace coming out the corner edges before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Stuff that up that way now. This gusset is chonky. It is an absolute unit, which is good. That's what I wanted. Okay, same with this corner. I'm just going to cut it. Okay, so this lace is pretty cute. I just am checking my corners. Those were a bit gnarly to figure out. And I got a little bit of extra on there that I'll just need to clip and then singe. Will probably be the best idea for that. Same with right here. Well, it's not too bad. But yeah, that's pretty cute. Okay, sneak peek. All right, now the final seams here. Okay. Okay, from this point forward, I will only ever be making one backpack at a time. Okay, so here is our final. She is a big girl. She's a big girl. All right, it's gonna be good. Okay, find my center. And where is my other, there you are. My other center marking on my other gusset. And my hook. Okay. Here we go. All right, this is fun. Okay. Here's my corner. I also have not done my zigzag stitch yet. I will do both of those. I was tired of that seam and wanted to feel like I was making progress, so I skipped the zigzag just for a minute. I just am really excited for this final seam to be stitched down. But I promise I'll do it. All right, so I'm down to the home stretch. No diggity. Okay. We're just about there. All right, I'm just gonna take a little sneak peek at these corners. Yep, they're good. Just kidding. Okay, that one looks good. That one looks good. Gotta get a finger in there. Okay, and last one. Okay. All right, the last thing we need to do, zigzag stitch. Let's get to it. Oh, my thread broke. Okay. I was just hoping I could make it through this last section without my thread breaking, but such is life, you know, especially when you push your very nice machine to do hard work. Sometimes, I mean, and it's not even the machine's fault. It just happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes your thread just breaks. And this machine is pretty freaking awesome. Where is my, there we go. There's my and. I love this machine so, 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 so much. It just, even when I push it to do crazy stuff, it's like 95% obedient. And the other 5% is just not a superhero. That little secret compartment likes to open when stuff gets caught on it. Almost there. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a big girl. Big Gorl Bortha. Okay, y'all. Fabric, that maroon satin fabric. So, I mean, I could still go back and bind these inner edges. I could learn how to do it. I just don't want to. I really don't want to. What I really want to do is flip these right side out. So let's do it. Okay, let's start with the baby one. All right. So it is so cute. I can't wait. All right, so I like to just get my fingers in all the corners that I can. So these top 4 corners, oh my gosh, look at those cute tags. That is so super cute. Okay, then we're gonna pull the bottom straps. Look at those cute little pen holders. Let me find a pen. There's a pen for that spot. That's cute. Okay, let me take it out. Let's get these bottom corners popped right side out. Gotta get a finger up in there. There we go. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then let's unhook this. Can't do it with my left hand very good. Okay, untwist these. Okay, we got our inner pockets. Cute little credit card pockets. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is so cute, right? Still need some breaking in. Need to massage these edges out. And here's our little front pocket. This is so cute. It is just, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So here it is with the twinner bag. So cute, so cute. And it'll start to get more of its shape as it gets broken in and used. These seams, we can push these out a little bit more. But oh my gosh, it's just like embellishments galore. So cute. I wonder how long it'll take for one of my kids to steal this from me, because they will inevitably steal it from me. Seriously, how freaking cute is that? That turned out so good. It's so bright and colorful. Okay, let me try it on. I'm gonna open the straps all the way. Yay! So it fits me. I could totally wear it. I like it. I could probably even tighten it a little bit. Make it like a really tight little backpack. This is a snuggle. This is a smuggle snacks into the movie theater size backpack. It's so cute. I love it. So there is the Baby Got backpack size of the Choose Your Own Adventure quilted backpack. Now let's open this one. So this is a more medium-sized backpack. This cutting diagram is called Thicc Boi, B-O-I, Thicc Boi, because it's a little chubbier and a little bigger, which is awesome and perfect. So we're gonna fold this one right side out. We're gonna start with these top corners and get those fingered in. Okay. And get those corners popped out. I really like the yellow ribbon. I think that's cute. I think it's cute. And then we have our cute little tag right there. Can you see that little shiny tag? K plus A equals heart. Because this bag is for me and my significant other. His name starts with A. Leave me a comment and if you want to guess what you think my husband's name is. If you don't know already. Starts with an A. And his last initial is a P. Okay, now we'll get these bottom corners pushed out. Oh, that's what I love to see. Let me show you on this overhead camera. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that corner. Crisp. That is cookie crisp. All right, let's get this back corner popped out. Oh, I got some threads I need to trim out of there. Pop this corner. Oh my gosh, it's like being born. It's so cute. I know we've been staring at these pieces all day, but seeing it, like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It is so cute. I love it so much. So I got to get these corners really broken in. I could even probably like press them, or even get my straightener and kind of just clamp them with my straightener to kind of get those seams out. Let me open this up, and I can run my finger kind of along that edge to get the seam right side out. And as it gets broken in and used, it'll flip more. But like, look how cute that is. It looks so nice with the top stitching and the cute little engraved label. I love it so much. And then we've got our inside pocket with our lining and our cute ruffles. I really like how those ruffles turned out too. Shout out to Allison Glass for making just the cutest stinking fabric. Stay grounded. Cute label. This all looks great. And yeah, he's a chunky little boy. See that? That's why we call him the Thicc Boi, because he's just a little thick backpack. Okay, let me try it on. So the back, let's see if the straps are all the way tight. Whoops. I'm going to tighten these all the way and then try it on. To get the other strap. Oh. There we go. Super cute. I like that. You straighten the strap out. Looks like the strap got twisted. Almost there. There we go. Nice straight straps. And then let me lower it down to like actual human length. There we go. Super cute. Super duper cute. I could fit so much picnic stuff in here, and a cute water bottle. I love it. I like the thickness of this one. Now remember, there are 10 different cutting diagrams to choose from. So if you want a backpack that is more slender and narrow, just to fit a few things or to fit your tech stuff, there are options for that, as well as big old girthy mamas up in here. So let's flip out our Big Gorl Bortha. Set this one to the side. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Okay. A day well spent making these. All right, I'm gonna just trim that. And let's start with our top corners. So I got my first corner turned out. See how nice that square edge is? I just love that. And I think this bag is going to be really nice and sturdy and stiff because of the cork fabric that we used as our lining for our panels, as well as the soft and stable batting that adds that stability. Okay, let's look at our little lace coming out through here. All right, so the zipper on this bag is a little smaller and shorter. Notice I've got a lot of closed gusset versus where the zipper ends. So even though this bag is big, I didn't make the opening huge, which is kind of nice because what you don't want is a big backpack that can open too wide and then everything spills out of it. So this zipper really stays nice and on top. All right, now let's get our finger down in those little crevices down in the bottom. See how I poke that out right there. And then same with here. I'm gonna get my thumb right up in there, push that through. There, see that corner? Oh my gosh, look at that crisp corner. I love it. Okay, and then this one here. Okay, so I wasn't sure about the lace and how it would fall through. So I think I'm just gonna, like, I kind of caught it a little bit right there. I didn't fully know what I was doing with the lace. So I'm gonna have these be separate pieces, obviously, since they already kind of are. And I'm just gonna trim them and then singe the edges so that they don't fray over time. But I just gotta get that corner popped out all the way. Oh my gosh, you guys. This feels like the most bougie diaper bag ever. It's like kind of girly and I don't know. But then it also has like kind of this luxurious feel to it. Look how big it is. Oh my gosh, this is a big girl. This is a big, big backpack. Okay. All right, I gotta try this on. It's as big as me. Look at this. It's like you could pack a watermelon in here for your picnic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got my cute, like, I don't know why the word always escapes me. Pleats. I got my cute pleats on top, and I got my pleated lace and my cute little extra hook for whatever the hell. Okay. My straps seem like a good size. This is a carry-on right here. That is a carry-on bag. Okay, let me lower the straps a bit. Whoop. There we go. A little more natural size. So, I mean, it's not like comically huge. I feel like it's a good size. It would be really nice to pack, like, you could fit a small quilt in there, plus a snackle box, plus a couple water bottles, and probably like 3 diapers and a pack of wipes. Can you tell what age my kids are based on that? Anyways, okay, so this is the Big Gorl Bortha backpack. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we made 3 in a day. That is insane. I mean, it literally took me all day, but it's going to be faster for you because you're making 1 and because you can just follow the directions and you don't have to explain them to anybody. All right. I am very happy with how this turned out. I think it's so cute. I can't wait to show it off and use it and just, I don't know. Honestly, I think my youngest child could probably fit in here. Oh, so cute. So we got our Big Gorl Bortha. We got our Thicc Boi. We got our Baby Got backpack. Just cute little baby one. We got our Techie A Go-Go one. We have 10 different sizes and cutting diagrams to choose from in the pattern. So there really is a size for everybody. Now, y'all know I am not a bag pattern designer. I am a quilter who wanted a quilted backpack. And that's how this pattern was born. So I hope that you will take a chance to check out the pattern. You can download it at carlyporter.com. And yeah, I love quilting. Quilting is my favorite part of the whole textile art realm. Quilting is my favorite. So I would love for you to take a chance and try some free motion quilting or get some fabric quilted with your local long arm quilter and make yourself a cute little backpack. If you liked this video, I would love for you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you liked or didn't like about the video. When my YouTube channel is monetized, that will help me continue to make videos like what you see here for free to you. Let's keep sewing and keep quilting and keep making fun, awesome things. If you have questions about any of the products that I used, you can check the description below and see where or what those products are. Thank you to my trusty Baby Lock Altair 2. That is the sewing machine that I use and I love. It's my favorite machine for all my piecing, my machine embroidery, my sit-down domestic free motion quilting machine. This machine can do so much. It's my absolute dream machine. So shout out to Baby Lock for making really great machines. Also, if you are looking for some fun, non-traditional fabrics to do your own quilting that you can make into bags or backpacks, I would love for you to check out my non-traditional fat quarter bundle on carlyporter.com. You can order by either 1, 5, all the way up to 20 different fat quarters of all of these cool non-traditional quilting fabrics. Remember, you can make a whole backpack out of just one fat quarter of fabric. So if you are interested in trying some free motion quilting on some fabrics that you can't just find at your local quilt shop, hit me up there. I also have some pre-quilted fabric panels available on my website. So if you want to make a backpack, but you don't want to get the fabric quilted, you just want to find a piece of fabric that's already quilted, check out my website for the pre-quilted fabrics. Anywho, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy quilting.